Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome to the channel. This is Blue Collar Kings. We are here to learn how to make money within the trades. Maybe you are unemployed, maybe you have a 9-to-5, maybe you're already in the trades. I'm going to show us how to go from either 0 to 1,000, or if you're already doing good money within the trades, I'm going to teach you basic salesmanship, professionalism to at least make $1,000 a day. Now, and if you're already making more than that, cool, so am I. This is just the topic for today, right? Or if you're starting at ground zero, let's get you here, right? Because this is life-changing. Okay, more specifically, we're talking about unlicensed trades today. Why unlicensed trades? Because it's a very low barrier to entry, right? You can really get in there and start making money almost immediately. You do have to have three things. You have to have a little bit of skill, right? You have to have a good attitude. And I think I spelled attitude wrong, sorry. I think it's T's or D's, I don't know. But anyway, good attitude. You don't have to be able to spell good to make $1,000 a day, by the way. Work ethic. You have to have a certain level of work ethic. You can't be lazy. If we're gonna make money, we gotta be willing to work, right? So, I have a tree service business that I started several years ago. It's very successful, right? So tree trimming, tree removal. Why did I choose, I've had several different businesses in my life. Why did I choose trees, right? Because it was a low barrier to entry. It was relatively easy to get in and get started. It's not easy work, but it's, if you're willing to work hard and you have a certain amount of courage, then what's beautiful about trees is like not everybody can handle it, right? It is hard work. So like if not many people can handle it, that's a great opportunity for you, right? If it was easy, everyone would do it, right? So easy entry, but hard work. Lawn mowing. Obviously, just about anybody can do that. Might be a little bit saturated, but like, dude, who cares? Like, get out there and get rolling. You can still capture a lot of business, even if you're combining these, right? Landscaping, get out there. Whether it be, you know, installation of new things, like, dude, there's no limit. Like, there's a million different things that you could do, right? In addition to those two, this could also include leaf cleanup. And what's super cool is I'm a little bit slower in these right now because we're in January. So I got on Facebook Marketplace and I bought one of these it's a leaf vacuum, right? So I'm actually gonna document this. I bought this like 5 days ago. Tomorrow's Sunday, but Monday morning I'm gonna go door to door and I'm gonna document how you can just, if you have a good attitude, and you believe in yourself, you can just go start making money instantly. And you'll be amazed how that works. Whenever you just make a decision and you believe in yourself and you say, I'm gonna do this, what you can accomplish. So I'm super excited to show the thousands of dollars I'm gonna make doing that. I'm gonna document it, right? So, because I wanna especially prove to you guys that are not making money right now or not happy with what you're doing, I want to prove to you that if you have a good attitude, you're willing to work, and you have a little bit of skill, you can go make money. I promise it's possible. So I knew that this is a little bit slower in January, and I want to say this too. I don't have to do anything right now. I should be resting, I should be recuperating, and I am, but I want to inspire young men. I want to inspire men in general, right? So I'm kind of going above and beyond to do this. So I knew this was going to slow down in January, so I started looking for one of these leaf vacuums, I don't know, 2 months ago probably. And then finally the perfect opportunity came up, and it was just perfect timing. And you'll see as you make decisions to do things and make money, how things just line up perfectly, right? Like this machine showed up right when right when all the leaves were starting to be on the ground here and where I live. It's been a very mild winter, so it's just now like leaves on the ground. And what was also cool is I was contemplating if I was gonna buy this 5 days ago, And I went to buy a breakfast burrito, and I was contemplating, I was kind of in between, oh, should I do it, should I not? And then one of my repeat customers called me for a tree removal, and he said, oh, by the way, I have a lot of leaves that need to be picked up if you're interested. So I was just like, okay, yeah. That ended up being $1,000 job just for the leaves, in addition to what I made on the tree. So it was like, okay, yeah, dude, this is perfect alignment. But I'm not joking. When you are making a decision and you put it out into the universe, I'm gonna do this, how things just line up for you like that, right? We'll talk more about that in a minute. Okay, other unlicensed trades, sheetrock. I just got this room, I'm remodeling my house. This is my bedroom. I just got this room sheetrocked, taped, bed, and textured. Cost me $2,200. That's not a trivial amount of money. $2,200 is nothing to shake your head at. That's a good amount of money to make, right? And I would have done it myself, but I was busy with tree work, right? So junk removal, right? This is very broad. Junk removal is very broad, right? Furniture moving, leaf and tree debris can be counted as junk removal. People need old appliances moved out. Like, it is very, very broad. Demolition, you get a small demolition job, dude, you can make a few $1,000s. No joke. People need sheds torn down. People need small structures torn down. Man, people need their kitchen gutted for getting ready for the remodel. Dude, there's money in that, right? The thing about junk removal is a lot of it is going to be small amounts of money, but that's okay, right? You need to use this as lead generation. I actually started a little junk removal business this year, just kind of for fun, just to see how much I could grow it. And I want to document it, right? Because I'm all about inspiring you guys to go and make money, right? I want to empower you to go make money, to not be dependent on a 9-to-5, to really be the commander of your own life, right? And the trades allow you to do that. And that's what this channel is about, Blue Collar Kings. It's about empowering you to be the best version of yourself and to be the best man you can be. And the truth of the matter is, to be the best man you can be, you need to be able to control your income. You need to be able to control your time and your schedule, right? In my personal opinion, if you're being the best, this is just my opinion, right? I think you're the most powerful when you're in business for yourself, right? And that doesn't mean you can't be working alongside other businesses. I have a lot of businesses that work alongside me, right? And that's very beneficial, but I'm just saying you need to have your own skills and you need to have your own business. It doesn't mean you can't collaborate. It doesn't mean you wouldn't work under other people at certain times, because that's okay, right? I'm just saying, when you have a trade, you have power. When you have a trade, you have choice. When you have skill, you have choice. When you're competent, you have power and you have choice, right? You don't have to put up with bullshit. I mean, you have to put up with bullshit to a certain degree, no matter what you're doing, but I promise you it's a lot less. I worked a 9-to-5 all throughout my 20s. This is much better, trust me. So this is very broad, and you should be okay with doing little $50, $60 jobs, because you just want to get in front of people. You want to get transactions rolling, right? Because this will lead to other things. Like, you might go do a little junk removal job and they'll be like, well, I was going to replace this fence. Oh, I can totally do that. We can demolition that fence. We can get a new fence put up for you. There's a lot of money in this, right? That's another example. That's just an example. Fencing. My brother had a fencing company. I worked for him whenever I was 15, 16 years old. He made a good living doing that. And this is simple, man. Like, this isn't hard to figure out. There's money in fences. Decks, pergolas, small structures. Most of these things don't need a lot. Most of these things don't need a permit. Most of these things don't need a license, right? There's some situations you do, but there's situations where you don't also, right? Definitely don't need a license for this. Appliance install, definitely don't need a license for this. This depends on where you're doing it, but like if you're being smart about it and you do due diligence, like you're kind of operating in a gray area here, right? Like it's gonna be fine, right? If it's blatantly obvious that you need a permit to do it, then okay, like, don't mess around with that. Okay, so like these are just some examples, right, of what you can get out there and start doing. There's a lot more that I'm not even thinking about right now, but there's a lot more. But just this can make thousands of dollars, tens of thousands of dollars, right? Okay, so how are we gonna do it? This is the best way to do it. This is how I started my tree removal, tree trimming business. That's still in business today, that provides for my family today. Literally, this is what I did. I would drive the neighborhood, I would see a dead tree, I would go knock on the door, and I would say, hey, can we get this tree removed for you? My name's Tyler. We do tree trimming, tree removal. I just saw the tree, wanted to stop by, see if we could get that removed for you. And I'm not joking, that's how I got started. One of the very first jobs I did, I'm still really good friends with the guy. And I met him just by knocking on his door. And I'll say this too. If I was to go do that tree today, I would probably charge 3 times more than what I did it for. But that's okay. I just needed a transaction. I needed it to get rolling. I needed to build confidence in what I was doing. Door to door. Another example is Airbnbs, right? Or another example of that, I was driving through the neighborhood. I saw another dead tree. Knocked on the door, no answer. So I Googled the address in the Central Appraisal District. There was an LLC on the name of the property. I Googled the LLC, there was a phone number, right? I called the phone number, turns out this guy has 20 Airbnbs. I did that tree, and this was like 3 years ago. I need to call that guy, follow up and see if there's some more work he has for me. Those are just examples of like opportunities just going on door to door. But you gotta be professional, right? You gotta smile. You gotta say, hey, my name's Tyler. I was just in the neighborhood driving by, saw that you had this dead tree, saw that you had these leaves that needed to be cleaned up. Just wanted to see if we could get that done for you. And like, dude, some people will say, hell no. Some people will say, go to hell. Some people will say, yeah, what do you charge? Oh, well, let's look at it together, And it truly is a numbers game. Some people are going to tell you no, some people are going to tell you yes. But you can't get to the money without asking, right? That's a big part of what this channel is. Ask and you will receive. This is powerful, man. And almost nobody's willing to do this. But if you can be the 1% that is willing to do this, I promise there's money in it. I promise there's money in it. And I cannot wait to document this and show you guys how much I'm gonna make. I'm gonna tell you exactly what I'm making. Oh dude, it's gonna be great. So, other examples, Facebook. I know you got a Facebook. Use your feed, post. Hey, I'm doing this, this, and this now. Does anybody need this done? Does anybody need tree removal? Does anybody need leaf removal? Right, but you need to pick one thing, right? I would pick one of these and stick with it, right? Pick one of these and stick with it for like a month or something, right? Groups, post into Facebook groups. Get ChatGPT to make you a graphic leaf removal. Just tell ChatGPT to generate that for you with your phone number on it and just post that picture into groups. Keywords, you can put in keywords like sheetrock, right? And then you'll see people that posted about sheetrock. Who y'all recommend for sheetrock? Blah, blah, blah. And then those posts will come up. Message strangers. I know you're probably sending friend requests to random people already. Go ahead and send random Facebook messages to strangers. What do you have to lose, dude? Literally, what do you have to lose? Friends and family. This is your power base. That's your power base, right? So literally just get your phone out and text people that you know. hey, this is Mark. I'm doing junk removal. Do you or anybody you know need any help with that? And a small percentage of people will say yes, but like you're putting it in their mind like, hey, I'm gonna do, like, oh, Mark does that. Let me call him. Like they'll remember, dude. You just gotta get the ball rolling, right? But that's why I would pick one thing and stick with it, right? And I've been tempted to do these other things, but I most of the time I stay in my lane. But now that this is successful, like really successful, I kind of dabble with other things, right? Like, and there's instances I've built a few fences, right? There's times I'll do this, but like for the most part, I stay in my lane, right? That's important, right? So, okay, church, right? If you go to church, start telling everybody in your church. Let them put up flyers. Get them to let you put up some flyers at your church. Tell everybody. By the way, on the door-to-door, what I did on the door hangers, and I'm going to document this, I usually use a print shop. It wasn't available. It was closed because it was the holidays. So I just posted on Facebook, hey, I need a graphic designer to make me some door hangers. Like 7 people messaged me. And then I got hooked up with this girl, Sierra, and she got these made for me for like $1 a door hanger, right? So I'm gonna show you guys all of that. So it's very simple to get the ball rolling if you just take action, right? If you take simple action, you don't think about it a lot, you just go and do it, you can get a lot accomplished. And I want you to understand that it's a very small percentage of people that just go and do. Right? There's great rewards waiting for you if you just take action. If you just do exactly what I'm telling you, there's great rewards for you. I promise. Okay, so call businesses, like call residents. Like whenever I was driving through the neighborhood, I either knocked on the door or I called them. I called that Airbnb, for example. But property managers, churches, apartments, they all need stuff like this. They've got a lot of work, right? Cold calling, right? Yard signs. I've bought yard signs before and done that, put that out. Simple flyers. I do this all the time, all the time. Ask strangers. Anybody, if you're just having a regular conversation with somebody, let people know what you're doing. Promote yourself, right? Email marketing, text marketing. You can buy these. You can buy lists, right? But I would do this. I would do door-to-door before I ever messed with that, right? This is where the money's at, I promise you. Apartments, property managers, right? Like, as you'll go, you'll get hooked up with these different people, right? But apartments got a lot of work. Property managers got a lot of work, right? Especially when you're getting started. The majority of the time, property managers are just gonna go with the cheapest bid. So if you just need to get some momentum and some transaction going, that's a good person to get hooked up with, right? Direct mail, I do a lot of direct mail these days. Once you get some money rolling, you really need to do that as quickly as you can. Or if you wanna do that immediately, whatever, dude, there's great opportunity there. Ask anyone, ask everyone. Be positive, be grateful, right? You can't accomplish things with a bad attitude. You can't make money with a bad attitude. When you are thankful for even the little jobs, more work keeps coming. I promise you that's how it works. Know that you are going to win and remember who you are. If you're watching this channel, you are a winner. If you're watching this channel, you can be competent, right? If you're watching this channel, you can do exactly what I've explained here. Literally all it takes is a good attitude, the willingness to smile in front of other people, and ask for the sale. Good work ethic and a little bit of skill. And I grew up on a farm. I'm a jack of all trades. I know how to do a lot of different things. I was also fortunate enough to be in the automotive industry for 6 years. I sold cars for 6 years. I was in service for 6 years. I have a successful business, so I'm not just a talking head. I know what I'm talking about. I know how to make money. I accomplish this relatively easy every single day. So I have credibility and I know what I'm talking about. I'm a blue collar guy, but like I said, I was in sales and I was in a more of a white collar career for, a good part of my 20s, almost all my 20s. And I've merged, what makes me unique is I've merged these two worlds of blue collar and white collar, and I've been able to gain such skills as sales, professionalism, marketing, advertising. I know how to run a sales cycle beginning to end, being super professional, right? Really differentiating from your typical blue collar person, right? And it has served me very well. And what I want to share with you guys is the fusion of these two worlds. I've taken this car sales skill set and applied it to the blue collar trades, and it makes me a lot of money. That's exactly what I'm showing you guys. Let's get out there and let's make some money. And any doubts you may have, watch this. It'll give you confidence. I'm giving you my confidence. Let's go make some money.